In this video, we're going to go over two other continuous probability distributions that you're likely to encounter. The first one that we're going to cover is the uniform distribution. And the function for the uniform distribution is just 1 divided by the max value minus the min value, where x can be any value between or equal to those extremes. And then to find the mean of that distribution, we just have c plus d, so the min plus the max, divided by 2. And the standard deviation is just the max minus the min divided by the square root of 12. And we can find the probability that a is less than x is less than b, which is equal to b minus a divided by d minus c. Now to get a visual representation of what this means, we have our probability distribution here, where we have our min value is c and our max value is d. The probability distribution for that is just going to be a rectangle, where the probability for any value within that range is the same. So if we're trying to find that probability for a to b, so we have this region in here that we're trying to find that probability for. If we want to find that value, we just need to subtract a from b and divide it by d subtract c. And it's just going to give us that region in here. The second distribution that we're going to cover is called the exponential probability distribution. This probability distribution has the form of 1 over theta times e to the negative x divided by theta for its probability distribution, where x has to be greater than 0. And the mean and the standard deviation for this distribution are both the same. There's that theta value, the parameter that we're using to define our exponential distribution. And to find the probability that x is greater than some value, we'll call it a, is straightforward for the exponential distribution. You just have to find e to the negative a divided by theta, and that value is actually just your probability that x is greater than that a value. So just to give a graphical representation over here on the right, if we have our exponential distribution, which looks something like this green line here on this curve, if we're trying to find the probability that x is greater than a, where we have a marked down here, we just need to find e to the negative a divided by theta, and that gives us this bluely shaded region over here. So just that probability that x is greater than that a value.